so-called Derecho packed the power of a hurricane 1,000 miles from any ocean. It caused significant damage across Iowa and parts of Wisconsin and Illinois yesterday.
CBS reported this morning, they're talking about the Derecho, the storm that came across the United States there. We were actually getting information from our sister Jessica, her husband, who also are drivers and had seen firsthand, sent me photos of what they were seeing there from this Derecho storm. And you're looking right now on your screen. That's 2x4s from some other building that got splintered across like missiles going through houses. That is some very powerful storm there to do that. They also shared with me this very strange looking phenomenon of a cloud there that was over the top of the clouds, wondering what in the world was that. And of course the silos there just totally collapsed. Her and her husband are truckers. They travel across the U.S. They were actually in Iowa when they were taking these photographs here from this Derecho storm that came across the United States here. They were seeing up to 110 mile per hour winds. She sent to me some photos, and I thought I had them here, but I didn't, about trucks overturned. Approximately 80 semi-truck trailers overturned as a result of this storm. And those of you that remember, though, we had shared with you this information here from the Pentagon, speaking about, notice in the green, very strong winds, 100 miles per hour, etc. Also followed by Nebraska. However, Nebraska is expected to have much worse wind tornadoes damage due to its flat elevation. And this storm, of course, came across the entire upper Midwest area there from Iowa all the way to, I believe it was Missouri or Michigan, and what a tremendous amount of damage there. But remember also, in this email that I'd received from the Pentagon, Israel, ironically, strangely, is the safest place to move, but will suffer from earthquakes, wind problems, followed by Central Africa, followed by Central China. Those were considered the safe zones. Said in the USA, things don't look good. Earthquakes, volcanoes, floods, tornadoes, hurricanes, very strong winds, 100 miles per hour, etc. Missouri is the official FEMA safe haven for the U.S., in the impervious plate zones, as they call it, followed by Nebraska. However, Nebraska is expected to have much worse winds. Again, going back to that issue about these high winds. Listen, and then what did we have? We ended up having earthquakes on Sunday in North Carolina, South Carolina, even Florida. Earthquake in Florida. Okay, now listen. This could easily be man-made. It could also be caused by that nefarious Planet X, as people talk about, that's coming. Let me just kind of share with you also there. This was put out by Planet X News, and I've actually had several of you send me photos that you've taken. Actually, photos that you have taken showing this exact type of image, not quite to the magnification you're seeing here. This is the notorious Planet X latest photographs that NASA doesn't want you to see. That's what Scott put out on his website, Planet X News. And as you can see, when the solar flares erupt on the sun, it helps to illuminate this system that's coming. And friends, this isn't good. That's not good at all. But, hey, I don't know. Maybe this will be God's judgment on these demonic Luciferians, reptilians, whatever you want to call them, that are planning on riding their horses as they come through here with all that demonic nonsense that they have. Something you might want to check. Check that out over on Ben-Nun Institute, maybe even Rise Up Children of God. Me and my wife will be speaking about the horse riders. Some amazing revelation information that I think will bless you to know what hour we are actually living in. But I wanted to bring that back to your memory, though, the letter I'd shared. This letter actually was from March of this year. And already been told then we're going to have 100-mile-per-hour winds. So this Derecho storm that they're talking about so much on the news and stuff, which tore a path of destruction across nearly 800 miles in 14 hours, over 1 million people without power as a result of this storm there. And it was reported 110-mile-an-hour winds. And people were saying that this was like a hurricane, an inland hurricane. The bad thing is there's no eye to the storm. It's just moving that fast. It's almost like jet stream beginning to sag down on the earth. I don't know if that's the case or not. And again, you got to keep in mind, a lot of things are going to be happening coming up. In the months ahead, that I've been told that you will not recognize the U.S. And even though there has been reported to us meteorites that would begin to fall, you also have to remember Israel, U.S., they all have these rods of God that they call them, that they will be able to deploy as well. So if we're not getting a meteorite hitting in the right place, don't worry. There's some powers to be that will make sure that you have some destruction that looks like meteorites hitting the earth. So they'll help that system along. But I think in the end, God will be the one with the final judgment. I'm Steve Ben-Nun. You're listening to Fact News Network. Thank you for watching.